why do most people get behavioural interviews so wrong? So you want to think about your interview answer as a bar of time. Here's 2 examples. I'm going to show you how to do it right and how to do it wrong. So you think about your STAR behavioural competency question answer. So STAR is situation, task, action and results. And this is what should help you guide your way through the story to get to the result. Okay, so what do most people do? Well, they start talking about the situation here and they keep going and keep going and keep going because they're not really sure exactly where this example is going. So they paint a really, really rich picture of where the project or the issue had arisen, loads and loads of detail, and they get to here and they realise that they need to be talking about the tasks. And they do exactly the same there, go in loads and loads of detail. This is usually about kind of aggrandizing the situation. So, you know, the bigger, the more complicated the project, the better. Quite often it's just because they've got a little bit caught up in it and they don't know what they're talking about and where the story's going. So the story, situation and task. Then what they do is they jump down to the results and they forget this bit in here, which is super important, which is the actual action, you know, what they did and how. And that's important because it's a behavioural interview, and the whole idea of behavioural interviews is to assess how you behave in certain situations and how you think and all of that. But you don't get that just by talking about the situation, because this is all happening externally. This is the stuff that's happening inside your head and the actions that you're taking. So what do you want to do? So you want to be going, right, okay, well, the situation was this. And this is about 10% of your answer, okay? So this could be it was 2018, it was this project to deliver that, and the problem was this, okay? So the task. So tasks, the problem was this, so the things needed to do were X, Y, and Z, okay, 10%. Then we get into the actions. Okay, this should be about 70% of what you're talking about. Actions, okay. And how you can evolve this action and kind of get more out of it is to think about your thinking, actually to talk about your thinking rather, right? Your thinking. This is like showing you're working in a maths exam. So you explain here the options that you had, or the steps that you needed to take, and then that kind of frames the rest of this section, right? And you get through that, and then and only then do you want to talk about the results. And once you've talked about the results, you draw it to a close. You stop talking. You don't keep waffling. So what you end up with is a really nice story that goes from A to B, and you're getting the focus on the stuff you've actually done, the thinking processes, how you've approached it, the people you've involved, why. All of that stuff is going on in here. If you miss it out here, then you're missing out on a really valuable opportunity to showcase what you're good at.